Test, test, test. Okay, now that we've gotten here, we're just going to be here for a few minutes until we get to the top of the hour so that we give people a chance to dive in here. Are you excited to be talking about metrics and things that can help grow your business? I'm really excited to be presenting this today, and I hope that you all get a lot out of it. Just going over some of my notes for the training here. I think we'll be about 10 minutes or so for this training. If you have any questions, always feel free to put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them at the end. And if you want to private message me, that's fine. Also, we can always have a private discussion about anything that's going on in your business. Just another minute and then we'll get started here. I'm just going to turn off my notifications because I tend to get a lot of emails and a lot of messages right when I'm about to do something important. So we are going to get started here. It is now 7 o'clock on the dot, and I hope you all are excited. Welcome to our live training today. We're talking about unlocking the power of financial metrics in your business. And if you're new here, my name is Michelle Travers. I am the owner of Master Bookkeeping Solutions, and I've helped dozens of business owners understand their numbers and make changes in their business. I'm so excited to be here to go over the power of financial metrics. And remember, if you have any questions along the way, feel free to leave them in the chat, and I'll make sure that at the end we'll have a minute and answer any questions that we have. If you have a question that's private that you don't want to put in the chat, feel free to message me privately and we can set up a time to chat one-on-one. So I want to get down to basics. It's important for everyone to understand the basics of KPIs before we move on. So I really like Investopedia's definition, which says key performance indicators refer to a set of quantifiable measurements used to gauge a company's overall long-term performance. KPIs specifically help determine a company's strategic, financial, and operational achievements, especially compared to those other businesses within the same sector. Now, that's a lot of words. What does that all mean? It simply means that KPIs are data that measures performance and progress of a business and can serve as a compass to guide your business towards its goals. Now, it can get a little complicated because they want to use a lot of fancy words, right? But our goal here today is to not be fancy, not talk about jargon and all these different things. I want it to be practical and understandable for you and for everybody. So we're going to try and speak as plainly as possible and make sure that everyone can understand this. So, like I said, it's just simply data that you're measuring in your business. You can see how things are changing. You can see how you're growing, and you're measuring your performance in your business. Okay. And they're really crucial for providing clarity, for focus, and for alignment in your business. It's to help you track the progress towards your business's goals. And every company is going to have a different goal. My goal may be different than yours, or maybe different than Apple's goal, or Joe the plumber down the street. Everyone has different goals. And so these key performance indicators, KPIs that you're setting up for your business, have to be specific for your business and towards your goals. And by defining those goals and selecting those metrics, you're putting into words what success looks like for you and for your business. Like, you may want to increase sales by 10% per month as a part of a bigger strategy to increase revenue and net profit. But instead of saying, I want to make more sales, it gives you a specific concrete number to hit. And it becomes an easier way to see how your business is performing on your scale of what success looks like. And also, because you're tracking these things regularly, you'll be able to see things that are changing, things that maybe are working really well, and things that maybe you need a little more improvement on. So it creates focus, right? So you have this vision for your business, but it's specific. And so you can guide and prioritize your actions, your resources, your energy. So you can focus on the strategies to, say, acquire new clients, or upsell to existing clients, or bring in more leads, or increase your spending to bring your net revenue up. Whatever your goal is, if you have, and that's another thing, if you have a team that you're working with, by having these things written down and having these specific goals, you can bring your team into the conversation. And when everyone on your team is working towards the same goal, they're aligning their actions, their tasks, their decisions towards the goal to help the company as a whole reach the bigger goal. And so everyone will be contributing to the success of the business. Now, KPIs are powerful tools, but they are just tools. Just like a hammer isn't going to drive a nail in by itself. You have to have and use the tool. KPIs are powerful tools, but they're just tools, right? So just like using a hammer isn't going to drive a nail in by itself, you have to use the tool. So when you have your KPI set up and you have the information and the direction, you have to use that information to make changes or assess. And these KPIs, they take the feelings out of it. You may feel like your business is doing great or not so great or wishy-washy, whatever you're feeling. When you're looking at the data specifically, it's concrete. You can't change it. It's not how you feel about your business. It's actually measurable. And it can be based off of a multitude of things, right? It could be client satisfaction or lead conversion or website traffic, social media engagement. Really, it's endless a number of things that you could measure in your business. But for the purposes of this chat that we're having, we're going to be talking about financial KPIs. So we're talking about cost per client. We're talking about return on investment. We're talking about lifetime value of a client. net profit, all of these things. And you can use those to evaluate your performance, not only by past performance, but also against, industry standards, taking it and having a benchmark. So your comparison helps you identify your strengths, weaknesses, and provides you some focus so that you can improve and then reach your overarching goal of either getting better or doubling your revenue or whatever your specific goals are. So there are a lot of KPIs, but how do you choose the right financial KPIs for your business? Now, you want to make sure you're measuring what matters most to your success. So you want to start by considering your industry. Lots of different businesses out there. There are different types, different industries, and you're going to be focusing on different things. So if you're a marketing agency, you might care about metrics like customer acquisition cost, or which that'll tell you how efficiently you're gaining new clients, or customer lifetime value, which shows you the long-term value of your clients. So how much money they will be bringing in over the estimated lifetime of the client. For example, if you have clients and they typically stay with you for 6 months, how much do they typically spend with you over that time frame? Or if you have clients that are just purchasing one time, like a caterer, you might be looking at cost per plate or a profit per event. These financial metrics give you insight into the profitability of each catering event you make or each plate that you're selling. So once you've chosen your financial metrics, you really want to understand what that's telling you about your business. So like we talked about customer acquisition costs, if you notice that it's increasing, that means the cost to get a new client, and you see that it's increasing, you may need to adjust your marketing strategy or find more cost-effective ways to acquire clients. Maybe you want to start going into organic reaching, social media organically. Maybe you want to reach out to past clients who have loved and adored your services. Maybe you want to see if they can recommend you to new clients. Those are things that would bring down the cost. But the important thing is to choose the metrics that align with your objectives. If your primary goal is to increase revenue, then metrics like return on ad spend would make sense, right? Or if your goal is to expand your client base, maybe you're not so concerned with the bottom line, but you want to get 10 more clients. So you want to look at metrics like conversion rate from inquiries to bookings, right? To signing the contract. So by carefully selecting and then reviewing this information and making sure these key financial metrics are aligned with your goals, so you can empower yourself and you can give this powerful tool, put it to work for you. These metrics become like your GPS, your compass, to guide you towards decisions that will help you reach your goals. So I hope that this short training will give you some insights to what KPIs are and how you can select them for your business, how important they are to track. They're not something that you're going to set up at the beginning of the year and then not think about for the rest of the year. And then all of a sudden they just magically happen, when you have to have them at the forefront of your day-to-day operations. You want to review them every month, make sure you're seeing where those trends are so that you can make those adjustments when needed. It really, when you align them with your goals, you're not just picking things out of a hat just because someone else said to. If they're not going to drive your business in the way that you want it to be, maybe you don't want to have 500 clients. Maybe you don't want to take on 100 new events a year. Maybe that's not your goal, and that's okay. You can have lots of different goals. There's room for everybody at this table. There's a seat for everybody. So the important thing again is that it's aligned to your business, that you're tracking it every month at least, and that you have this direction and you can interpret it and look at it and monitor it. So I hope that you found this valuable. I hope that it answered some questions for you. If you have any questions that you may be thinking about this later and you're looking to do your own KPIs, your own goal setting in your business, feel free to reach out to me on social media. I'm everywhere at Master Bookkeeping Solutions, or you can email me at michelle@masterbks.com. It was a pleasure to speak with you all today and to provide you this training. I look forward to seeing you all at the next training. We do this generally every Wednesday, some kind of training, giving you some insights, some tips, some tricks to help you improve your business. I look forward to seeing you again.